What? Oh my god, are we on the floor?
Yeah.
I barely felt it.
Dude, this is mad. So beautifully smooth. Welcome to London.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I made it. Made it back to my room in Girton. I was so glad that my neighbor Emily was awake and helped me move my baggage up. It just makes life 10 times easier lugging these suitcases up the stairs. But so glad, and the sun is so nice and bright, but it's actually so bloody cold. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down for a while, go and have a shower, have something to eat, and then get on with unpacking. This plane ride was so eventful. Number one, I realized literally like an hour into the plane ride that I forgot to order myself the special meals. Because I'm vegetarian vegan, I always need to order special meals for myself, and I completely forgot to do it this time, which basically meant that they didn't have any vegetarian meals on board, and the only options left were the meat options, and obviously I didn't want to eat that. So the staff were really sweet, and they were really trying to like help me. So they just gave me like cup noodles, and then for breakfast they just gave me like 2 croissants. But it was just so sad and so unfortunate. But now I know I'm never gonna forget to order my meals ahead of time. On the bright side, this was the first time that the immigration queue at Heathrow has been so short. So now I'm here in Cambridge at like so early. Like I thought I'll only reach by noon, but I think it's just like 9:30 or something. So it's amazing timing. It gives me more time to unpack and rest. Just collected all my post. I've had such a nice couple hours just catching up with all of my college friends after the break, and surprisingly doing quite a bit of unpacking. I usually don't tend to unpack right after I land, but apparently I'm more disciplined now, so that's been serving me well. Headed to the city center. I just realized on the way that I had an essay due today at 2 p.m. and this was actually like work for the break, and I completely forgot to do it. And I just really wanted to get all of my stuff together for this term and work hard, and I just can't believe I already screwed up in the first day. But anyway, it's time to send an apology letter to my supervisor and hopefully ask for like a week's extension, or just say I might submit it by this weekend, because yeah, that's not really how I wanted to be starting term. Anyway, try not to be too hard on myself, and it's fine. I'm on my way to get my booster shot now at the Grafton Center, and then just have to run a few errands in the town and then go back to college in the bus. I'm so relieved that admin work is over. I was basically locked out of my bank account for some reason, and thankfully the staff were super kind and they helped me fix that. So that is one big relief. Now I'm going over to the grocery store to do some quick grocery errands. And before this, I kind of just visited a friend at his college and just chatted with him for about half an hour. So that was really nice as well. And after that, I get to go back to Girton. I'm slowly beginning to feel so sleepy now because of the jet lag. So I might just succumb to a little bit of help from caffeine and get myself a small coffee before going back, because I really do not want to sleep too early today and want to get rid of this jet lag as soon as possible. Morning! It's around 6 a.m. this morning. Woke up this early because I am quite jet lagged, but I really missed waking up this early because I don't actually tend to wake up that early at uni that often, but I've always been a morning person before uni. One of my goals for this term is actually to wake up a bit early, so hopefully this sustains. I had a pretty good sleep last night. I kind of always forget how dry the UK is, especially when I come from Singapore, and my nose gets so dry at night because the change in the humidity is so drastic between Singapore and UK. So it'll take my body a little bit of time to get used to, but otherwise pretty okay. There was this hack that I read online that I tried on the plane this time, where I set my phone to London time zone before flying and then tried to time my sleep on the plane according to, you know, nighttime or evening time in London. And apparently that's supposed to reduce jet lag, and I feel like it's working, like kind of, because usually I'm way less oriented when I come back here. But this time I only woke up at 6. Usually I remember last time I used to wake up at like 4 a.m. and everything. But yeah, this is not too bad, honestly. So I think the travel hack that I tried on the plane is working pretty well.
Inhale,
the chest forward, right knee lifts, and exhale, round it through. I'm not gonna just use the next 1 or 2 hours to get working. Quite a few pending tasks to do. Number one, I need to write that essay that I forgot to submit yesterday, and I'll send it in today and with an apology email, because apparently our supervision is tomorrow. So even though I send it late, I just kind of want to do it to show him that I care, and even if he doesn't mark it, it's fine. But I just want to give it a go. I'm gonna do that now. I sent in my essay plan, and now my head is like aching a bit, and I don't know, I feel like it's the onset of a fever, but I'm not too sure. I just spoke to my mom, and she also advised that I just sleep for a bit, so I might just take a half-an-hour nap now and just sleep it off. I'm guessing it's because of the booster. But yeah, hopefully I feel better after my rest, and then I'll crack on with the rest of the work today. The best part about coming from home, having my mom's home food for the next few days. Idlis! So as some of you might know, I'm vegan. I turned vegan about a year ago. And every January, there's a very special movement called Veganuary, where it's kind of a pledge for people to be vegan for the month of January. And loads of restaurants and shops and brands participate in Veganuary. And there are loads of, like, tons and tons of new products that come out to support and help people participate in Veganuary. And I got this from M&S yesterday, and I have such a sweet tooth during meals, so I can't help but indulge in this one cookie after breakfast. That was delicious. Oh my god. Amazing. I just had the start of term meeting with my director of studies. It's kind of like a custom to do it at the start and end of every term, to just discuss your progress and just other things that need to be discussed. This was a long meeting. It was really 20 minutes actually. It's usually like 5 or 7 minutes. Basically, just a lot of things to be thought about for next year and my plans after that. And I'm just usually not that great at decision making overall, because I usually don't really have a plan for my life over the next few years, and I always get stressed about that. Even though I've learned over the past few years that sometimes it's for the better and helps me. But there are some things that need to be thought about. And I'm really glad that he flagged those up, because, yeah, I think it's good to think about plans. Yeah, that was like, I don't know, it wasn't stressful, but I could just feel like in my tummy, like, oh my god, I'm already like midway through my degree, and like I need to have a plan for after uni and everything. But we'll see how that goes. Overall, I'm quite glad with how the meeting went. It was fine. So today's the day for our weekly COVID testing run by the university. I just took my swab. Dropping off the books that I borrowed over the holiday. Do not let that clip deceive you. I did not read all of those books. I always borrow books over the holidays and never end up reading any of them. But this holiday, I read 2 out of like the 5 books I borrowed. So I guess progress. I really should get better at reading the books that I borrow. I woke up this morning feeling so good, and suddenly I feel like I've fallen into a slump. Um, I'm just a bit like anxious about term and how it's gonna go. Thankfully, I was just texting my best friend at college, and she also feels the same. And we were kind of just telling each other how it's like a starting issue. Like, it's just kind of the anticipation of term that makes it worse. And once we're kind of in the flow, it feels much better and much easier. So I think it'll be fine. But yeah, it's just kind of dawning upon me that like I'm back to uni and like it's work time, and I really, really want to do quite well this term. So I'm well placed for next term, which is like exam term. So I think it's just a bit of all of that. I'm trying to just focus on staying disciplined rather than motivated, because right now I just feel like a bit low on energy. Maybe it's because of the vaccine. I don't even know, but I think I'm just trying to tell myself like do one thing at a time, just tick off one thing at a time. To-do list. That's why it's important to just tick one thing off at a time, and that'll hopefully make it feel more manageable. So yeah, just a little honest update. I'm just now timetabling all of my stuff for this term and ensuring that I have everything on my phone calendar so that I don't miss any other deadlines and just generally feel more better prepared for this term. Finished having lunch with my housemates, and now I am gonna be attending a right to work check Zoom call. I basically work part-time for the university and my college, and because they pay me for this, I need to they need to verify some documents for me, so that's what this call is for. It's gonna be a short call, and after that I'm thinking of napping for a bit because yeah, I'm quite tired and I feel like I need a reset for the day, and then continue after that. Finished my mock and then went and sat in my friend's room and chatted with her for a while, and now I'm feeling much more refreshed, regenerated. Good morning. I was literally just doing some grocery shopping online, and I was supposed to meet a friend for dinner at 7:30. So I thought I'd nap at 7 o'clock because I was feeling so tired, and I kind of just never woke up. And now it's 7 a.m. in the morning, so that's a solid 12 hours of sleep. God, jet lag sucks, man. And last evening, I was supposed to do some important work after dinner because I had a meeting for that today at noon. And because I slept off, I didn't do that important work, which means that I basically can't contribute anything to the meeting till 12 noon. And I'm basically writing an apology email right now. Second apology email since term started, to ask if we can postpone the meeting till tomorrow, because whatever. Also, I'm so hungry because I kind of didn't eat dinner last night as well. But it's okay, at least I'm well rested, and I feel like since I slept so much last night, this night I won't feel as sleepy as early. So hopefully I can stay awake till like 9 p.m. tonight.
Today is day 12. Focus.
Shopping is honestly one of my top tier forms of entertainment as a uni student. The rare times I'm doing online delivery, but it's because at the start of term I like to buy some things in bulk, which is a bit hard for me to carry from the cycle from the store to college, so I just prefer if I can get it delivered. And apparently the delivery fee is like as low as £1 in like non-peak hours, so I might just go for that.
Good morning!
Good afternoon! I'm so excited because I just saw something really exciting, because it's a goal that I've been working hard towards for quite a while. I've earned my first ever YouTube salary. Because of the amazing support that I received from all of you guys, I got monetized last year, and even though I've been earning little amounts of money since then, I only received my first paycheck if I earn a minimum of £60. So I've just crossed that today, and it's so exciting. It's crazy. It's just crazy to me that I'm actually making money off something that I've just spent so long doing without even hopes of making money off it, and it honestly just feels so rewarding. And obviously I love doing it, but yeah, it just feels so good. I have my first supervision of this term this evening, and I had a list of questions from over the holidays that I wanted to get clarified today based on last term's content, but I haven't actually put it well and like nicely compiled into a document to send over to my supervisor. So I'm going to do that now and just kind of put in all of the links to the sources from which I got that information and what exactly I didn't understand, and send it over to him, and hopefully he can have a look at it and maybe clarify the supervision of the next. So I'm going to do that for the next half an hour. This is the first time I've written in so long, and I really did not miss it. It's really weird because this is my only course at the end of the year where my exam is handwritten and closed book, which obviously we haven't done for a long time. So it clearly is taking a while to adjust to, and my handwriting has become so bad. On the bright side, I am done with my third and final mock for this year. Woo! My first cycle ride into town of term. I came to drop off my earth sciences mock exam in my supervisor's pigeonhole, but it looks like the department is closed, which is so unfortunate, but I guess I could just come back tomorrow then. I just had a meeting with the founder of this organization that I have volunteered to work with as a video editor for some of the videos that they need for their website. It's kind of a new organization, and there's a lot of things that are very flexible with the organization, which I love. And I joined it because I feel like I might be more in touch with climate related news and all of the things that I want to know, but don't really have time on a regular basis to kind of educate myself about. So I thought it just kind of two things at once. I get to practice my video editing skills and also help this organization and also learn and educate myself. So it is something that I want to be a part of quite actively. So I had a call with her just to discuss the trajectory of this organization over the next few months and our roles in it. Currently editing this very video that you're watching right now. Shervani Inception. My neighbor is singing and dancing in her room right now, and I just love hearing her doing this. She's so cute.
And just start by becoming aware of your breath. That's the best way to connect to the body. So become aware of how you're breathing.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Happy birthday to you.
I'll pour some out for people, and then I'll have whatever.
Maybe, just maybe, by drawing the navel up and in, you lift both toes for a breath or two.
I'm now going to spend just about 5-10 minutes answering some of the messages that I've received on my Unibuddy inbox. Since I'm an international student, I kind of work for the university in terms of answering questions of prospective applicants and students. So if you are an international student and would love to talk to someone from your own country who is currently studying in Cambridge, I highly recommend using Unibuddy. It's a free service for you to use, and you get really good personalized answers from students who are currently studying at the university, and I think it's a really valuable resource. And if you'd like to talk to me about any university related questions, if you're from Singapore or India, I'm leaving a link down below so you can chat with me. My Sainsbury's delivery is here. I completely forgot that you need to take your own bags for the Sainsbury's delivery, because the groceries that you order, they come in crates, which I found amazing because they don't package everything in individual plastic bags. They just put all the groceries in crates that are numbered according to where the truck is dropping things off. But I forgot to get my own bag, so I went down and then realized I forgot to, and then came all the way up and then went back down. And thankfully the driver was so kind and sweet and he was really patient, so I'm glad. But got all of my groceries. I love seeing my pantry fully stocked like this.
What are you taking a picture of?
Currently a little bit stressed because I'm doing the work that I didn't do a few days ago for the meeting that I got postponed. And there is more work than I anticipated. I'm pretty free today, so I do have the entire day to get cracking on, but I can just feel my stomach like churning because I'm just a bit nervous about whether or not my partner and I can get it done in time before tomorrow's meeting. Let's see. Penny is contemplating whether or not to get dessert.
I can have the takeaway for dessert.
Cutie! Ivan is also getting the dessert. Good morning. Such a beautiful day outside.
Let me act like I'm missing you.
Hi, mommy.
Hi. Like, comment, and subscribe my daughter's channel.
Finally done with all of this data extraction. I missed having my big cup of oats to start my morning. Yesterday evening and this morning have been a bit unexpected. I felt quite overwhelmed for various reasons. Some were personal incidents and things that people said or did that I think I let affect me more than I should have let it affect me. And I think I was just holding a lot of emotions inside. And also, this is the first time I've come back so late before term. And I think always coming from home back to uni is always like kind of a shift for me. It always feels like a big change. And even though that has gotten much, like the intensity has gotten much lower over the times that I've traveled back to uni, but I think it still does affect me more than I think it does. And I think all of that just came out yesterday and this morning. Completely fine. I feel so much better after letting it all out and, chatting with my friends and family. And I think it's completely normal to just let things out sometimes. So it felt like I really needed that release. But yeah, I was just stressed last evening because I couldn't really place what it was. And I had various factors that I thought were playing a part. But I think sometimes it's okay to not know why you're feeling a certain way and just observe that feeling and just let it kind of pass through you. There's no need to stop it, there's no need to understand it exactly. I think sometimes it's just important to let it go and just realize that you are not that feeling, you are just feeling that feeling, which I keep telling myself. So I feel much better now, and I'm ready for a bright start to today. It's such an important day because it's my first full day of term. I have my regular 3 lectures in the morning, I have a practical in the afternoon, I have that meeting that I was preparing for yesterday after that, and then I'm going to see my friends from Singapore at her college, and we're gonna have dinner together, which I'm very excited about. So it's gonna be an exciting day. I'm quite excited for term to start. I think a part of it, the whole overwhelming situation, was just the anticipation of term, as I had mentioned I think previously. So yeah, I think I'm excited to get back into the flow and just have things settle down. But yeah, it was a very introspective evening and morning. Made it to the apartment. It's so cold. Priya and I are twinning earrings today. Did you see your ears? Yes.
This time we had like our water that stopped working.
Reunited with Anna.
Can I turn it off?
I'm done for the day. First full Lent term academic day over. Today's honestly been the coldest day ever. It's freezing and even the locals can't stop complaining about it.
In the goddamn canteen.
I had a really nice time with my friends last night for dinner, and then afterwards we were just relaxing in my friend's room, and her room was so warm and cozy and dark-ish, and I just couldn't imagine cycling back to Girton at like 8:39 in that freezing cold. It was just too cold last night, and I realized that I forgot my bike lights, so I decided to just impromptu sleep over at her place for the night, and now I'm back to Girton in the morning. Just spent the past 40 minutes under a blanket and not being able to get out because it's just so cold, and now I'm just sitting with the sun on my face, hoping that it'll warm me up, and just placing my feet on my heater. This is my favorite thing to do when I'm freezing in my room. I just spent the past 1 hour working on this on a script for a YouTube video that I'm doing soon. Stay tuned for that. It's a very exciting collaboration with a really cool person, so I'm really excited for all of you to see that soon. I'm on my college's spring ball organization committee on the publicity team, so I'm just doing bits of work now to finalize some merch for the spring ball. Culturifying Girton's corridors.
It's okay, it's okay. You'll need.
Please welcome your hero of the night, Santos! Oh,
The Raj or Raja Rani. Raja Rani. Rani. Yay! Rani Rani. Oh guys, we should have held this.
Oh wait, sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, she's not going to do it.
No.
You know what? I always spend half my day.
I just finished having a kind of games night with my household, and now it's time for bed. Namaste. So I don't know if any of you followed Paige Y, who was a Cambridge YouTuber a few years ago and still has a YouTube channel and everything. But I'm in the college that she went to, and I've seen so much of this college through her YouTube channel, and I'm like kind of having a fangirl moment right now because I can't believe I'm here. So this horse in the background, I don't know if you can see, is like I just know it from her YouTube videos, and it's just such a crazy moment that like I'm in the college that Paige Y is, and like this is the only part of Cambridge that like I felt like I knew, like simply because of her videos, and it's just so unreal. So for this vegan society event, it was a potluck, and I was baking sweet potato fries in my kitchen oven, but I started quite late, which basically meant that I wanted to leave before it was finished because yeah, I just knew I was going to run late for the event if I don't. So I took some other stuff instead. But I was like, as soon as I got on my bike, it was already like 5:20 and the event started at 5. And I was like, by the time I reach, it's going to be like 5:45. And then I was like, thinking, should I even go? And like, I'm going to go so late and like, you know, whatever. But then I was like, no, it's fine. Just go. Like, you'll have a good time. And like, whatever it is, like, whatever experience it's going to be, it's going to be an experience. So just go. And I went, and then I got lost in the college. So I was even more late. And I only reached around like 5:45-ish. And it was such a good time. Like, I met some of my friends there who I didn't think I would meet, and saw some other people from the society whom I loved meeting last term. It was just such a nice time and such a wholesome group of people, and it's just so different when you're going to society because you know that all of you are together, like connecting to a higher purpose or cause, and I think it's just so uplifting and wholesome. And obviously the food was so nice, the company was so nice, and I was just so glad I made it to the event even though it was like almost an hour late. Like, it literally just didn't matter. Yeah, so I'm really glad I went. So in case you're ever like debating something, just go most of the time because you're going to get something out of the experience. Like, whether it's positive or not, you're still going to get something out of it. So yeah, I'm really glad I went.